Want to make two political comments. One, I really truly believe in women's rights. I believe a woman should have a choice to do what she wishes with her body. I believe child care should be provided. I feel that pro-choice, I'm pro-choice. This is very important. I grew up in Berkeley. I grew up with feminists. Second political comment, I believe Fukushima is a warning to us not to build more nuclear plants in India. We've got plans to do that. I hope we don't put out more nuclear plants. I'm down on nuclear energy. My final poem is a baseball poem. It's about the World Series. Cheer. When a holiday cheer and magic burst forth last night, as usual and not, like an uncommon and unfoggy Paris, where here in orange and black a most popular Halloween was celebrated, San Francisco was full of vampires, ghouls, ETs, ghosts, and thousands more. Gorgeously stunning women were out. Some were hardly dressed, some a voyeur's delight. Some ladies were out for something like a Hollywood thrill. And there were feminists as well. Halloween was accorded with trick or treat and transgenders too. Buy me some peanuts and Cracker Jacks, Jack. On TV, suddenly you were there on top of the 7th of Game 5 of the World Series. Posey gets on first. Uribe gets on base. Huff sacrifice bunts. The fans from all walks of life scream, clap, and stomp. Then the fans put out the voodoo, the prayers, the hopes, and dreams for Texas or San Francisco team winning the game in series. It was 1 out, then 2 outs, as Burrell takes a third strike. From Columbia, Edgar Renteria cracks a mighty home run over left center field fence, and that makes it 3-0, SF ahead. A roar, then all pandemonium broke out. North Beach restaurants and bars go berserk. So do Lefty O'Doul's and Tommy's Joint. They go wild. The Mission was beaming, Cal Hollow screaming, and on the hill the Fairmont Hotel swooned, and in Hunters Point Shipyard the dogs barked. The former President George W. Bush stands in a Texas blue sports coat watching the Rangers defeat. The Golden Gate swayed where Chinese Americans smiled and hip-hop revelers stay cool. Feliz pitches well, Bumgarner warms up, but you could just taste the victory from the Misfits to the hero Giants. The torture and grit began in 1962, then it went to 1989 and Quake, then to 2002. Now it had been released. Willie Mays, Willie McCovey, Cepeda, Marichal, and the Alou brothers, and on to Bonds. They had talent. They built this franchise. They played in Candlestick Park, and later the team played at AT&T Park. Maybe it was a transmigration of the souls into a jazz idiom or a Cecil Williams glide celebration. I don't know. My Muslim friends say shalom and something. Somewhere the song White Rabbit played. San Francisco had its mojo back. You could feel it. Then there was a parade where the heroes stood tall, including pitchers Lincecum thinking about his dog Cy, and Wilson, Romo, the Beards. Sandoval kept coming back for each at bat. Latino hitters Torres and Sanchez were there with our heroes. Where Huff pulled out his red rally thong to the crowd, some 1.5 million assembled on Montgomery up to Market Street, on to City Hall. Mayor Newsom was proud. Manager Bochy was humble and gave respect to all the players and fans. In the crowd there were young, gay, Asian Pacific Islanders, old, straight, Proposition 19 supporters. You could take a big whiff. Mamas, daddies, children, and plenty of tears, hugs, and laughter. Right after the win, Ross may have said it best, "We are not superstars, we are ordinary men." Even some of the homeless and SF were happy. And Ron Washington and the pitcher Lee and home run hitter Cruz and all their great team had given their all. You could touch the sky. It was pure transcendence with balloons, clowns, and cheer. As a phoenix rose, root, root, root for the home team and Mudville not. Thank you. Before I introduce Jerry, I want to just mention that it's obvious that I have certain mystical tendencies, that I'm a romantic, a realist, and believe in science, but more than that, more so, I believe in the immortality of the soul. And speaking of soul, I want to introduce Jerry Ferrez, who I consider to be, he doesn't agree with me, the soul of North Beach, and North Beach, the heart of the city. Here's Jerry.